Hello students, I hope you had a lovely spring break. I can't wait to catch up with you on Zoom. I hope you've been using your cloud knowledge to observe all of the different cloud types that have popped over this spring break because there have been a lot. The weather has been changing almost every day. Spring is a great time to study the weather because you get to see so much variety. So I would like to start out this lesson by pointing out the vocab cards you'll need to know for today. The first vocab word is stable. Then we have unstable. After that, we have the cumulus stage, the mature stage, downbursts, microbursts, dissipating stage, cell, squall line, and supercell. Those are the vocab words that you'll need to make for today. All right? Please review those 5 minutes every day. Just know the lingo. It'll help us communicate better. All right, I'm going to have you guys comment a specific thing each video that I make from now and in the future, just to let me know that you've logged in and you've seen this YouTube video. For today, what I want you to do is go to www.weather.gov, and I would like you to find a cool storm that happened in the US within the last 2 weeks and state its location and what it was. So just put that in the comments. That'll show me that you watched this video and that you know what you're doing. It'll also show me that you know how to get access to that channel. If you guys didn't know, that's the service that sends out all those ew on the TV or on the radio whenever there's imminent bad weather approaching. So this is, like I said, this is the culmination of stuff that we've learned before. We're going to be talking about air masses. We're going to be talking about water vapor, specifically clouds. We're going to be talking about wind. Storms require all of these. It's why we needed to study them before we could get to the really cool stuff. So if you remember, we said that a low pressure system was bad weather. In a low pressure system, the air was rising, and that's exactly what's happening in the first of the 3 stages that form a thunderstorm. The first stage, called the cumulus stage. Remember, cumulus, we got our fluffy cotton ball clouds forming. The warm air rises because warm air rises, okay? The second stage is the mature stage, and the third stage is dissipating. Remember, this first stage in the cumulus, it's low pressure because the warm air rising right here is causing a vacuum that pulls in other air right here, like a vacuum cleaner sucking it up. That's a low pressure area. So this right here, the top of the cumulus cloud, is functioning like a vacuum, sucking air up, causing low pressure at the bottom, which is what we experience. So when we have low pressure days, this cumulus phase is more likely to form. In the mature stage, so much warm air has been sucked up that the cumulus cloud has become a cumulonimbus cloud. Remember, we said cumulonimbus, they have lightning, and they have a tall structure with 2 bases formed of ice crystals. So in this mature stage, all of the warm air has gone up, and after it's reached the top, it's cooled and started to fall back down. Remember, hail was the form of precipitation of ice balls that formed by the rotation of the air carrying water particles up and down and up and down and up and down, melting them and refreezing them over and over till they got too heavy for the storm to carry and fell back to the earth. Okay? During this mature stage, that's where the winds are going to be the heaviest. That's where it's going to be the heaviest rain. Okay? Finally, we have the dissipating stage. This is where the heavy rain is going to start to abate and the storm will move away. In a typical thunderstorm, the updraft will take 10 to 15 minutes. The mature stage will take an hour. And the dissipating stage will take maybe like 30 minutes. So a storm could last just an hour, and many frequently do. However, sometimes you get a bunch of storms linked together. The storms are called a cell. We use that a lot in science. Basically, it just means a small unit. So you can have a bunch of small unit storms linked together. When that happens, they can form a squall line, which is a group of cells linked together that are following a cold front. Not all of them do this. Some form a supercell. A supercell is the worst type of thunderstorm. They generally occur during the summer, and they have drastic consequences. Anyway, This right here, the mature stage of the thunderstorm, is where most of the damage occurs. In that mature stage, we have things called downbursts, which are a strong blasts of cold wind. Microbursts are especially strong, short periods of that. They can cause fatal damage to airplanes, which is why meteorology is so important to us nowadays. We have planes flying goods everywhere. They're some of the people that are working the hardest in this coronavirus epidemic. So we need our meteorologists to be able to accurately predict storms to prevent planes from getting hurt from these microblasts and other storms they might encounter. I just want to bring some real-world implication into why this science is important. If we didn't have the meteorology, we couldn't trust the weather enough to have planes going up in the air and delivering us food. So that's why this is so important. Anyway, that's the first part. I know this video dragged out for a little bit. Once again, our vocab cards for today are stable, unstable, cumulus stage, mature stage, microburst, dissipating stage, cell, squall line, and supercell. That's as far as I want you to go with today's reading. Just real quick, stable means that it's very well balanced. It's not going to move around much. It's unstable that forms our thunderstorm. So unstable will form our thunderstorm. Okay? So once again, in order for me to know that you've seen this video, please comment something that you learned from going to www.weather.gov. I'm looking for you to find me a storm that occurred within the last 2 weeks. Just some information about it and where it was. That's all you need to do to let me know that you saw this video. Good luck with your homework. I hope to see you in Zoom. Let me know if you have any questions.